What's up, guys? Welcome back to Healthy Recipe. We're going to be making a delicious broccoli salad today. I'm going to be using some broccoli and we're going to make an Asian style marinade with some soy sauce and a couple other ingredients. It's going to be super healthy and absolutely delicious. So let's get right to work. All right, guys, so let's go over our ingredients really quick. I have some sesame oil. This is actually hot chili sesame oil. It's got some Thai chilies in it. In order to make it spicy, you guys can use regular sesame oil for this recipe if you don't have the hot kind. I have about 5 cloves of finely minced garlic, and I want to add this into most of my salads because garlic is probably one of the best superfoods that you can eat as far as fighting off diseases, anti-inflammatory, a bunch of great benefits. So I'm always going to try to get as much natural garlic as I can in my diet. I'm using some raw unfiltered honey for the dressing, some fresh black pepper, sea salt, soy sauce. I have about 5 cups of broccoli flowerets, and I just chopped them down to tiny pieces, and then also I broke down the stems. Most of the nutrients, not most of them, but the stems in the broccoli actually has more nutrients than the actual flowerets. So make sure you guys don't throw those away. Just try to cut them into little tiny pieces like this, and they're crunchy and delicious, and you can incorporate them into your food without waste. I'm also using 1 Roma tomato diced. I have 1 red onion diced also, and red onions are also the same thing as the garlic. They're loaded with cancer fighting natural ingredients, not natural ingredients, but chemicals like phytochemicals and phytonutrients that help to fight off cancer and anti-inflammatory, many benefits. And the red onions are shown to have more nutrients than the white ones. So if you guys are going to use onions, try to use the red variety, and also try to have them raw, which different vegetables have different benefits, raw or cooked. Onions is one of the ones that is actually better raw. I also have about a 1/4 cup of minced coriander or cilantro, 1 small carrot diced into small pieces, 1 organic lime, and about 2 to 3 cups, probably about 2.5 cups of string beans, and I just cut them kind of like French style at an angle on both ends. And basically I'm just going to blanch these off and then throw them in our salad when they cool. So that's all of our ingredients. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take these and throw them in some boiling water and cook them for about 7 or 8 minutes till they soften up. And now we're going to go ahead and make our dressing. Alright, so in a small bowl I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of the all-natural honey. I'm going to drop that in. We're going to take 2 tablespoons of our hot sesame oil. And we don't want those chilies in there, we just want the oil. So I'm going to take those back and put them back into the bottle, or else this is going to be really, really hot. So 2 tablespoons of the sesame oil, about 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Now we're going to go ahead and squeeze the juice from our fresh lime. So we're going to get our acidity. I also want to get a little bit of our fresh cracked pepper in it. I also added to the salad, but I want to get a little bit in the dressing just so it spreads it out when we mix it. And the great thing about a broccoli salad is that it's not like a lettuce salad where you can only save it for like one day and then it starts to brown and wilt and it gets all nasty if you put the dressing in it. Especially if it's iceberg lettuce. With a broccoli salad, you could literally keep this 5 to 6 days, 7 days in the fridge, and as the days pass, it will actually get better because the broccoli will get softer, absorb more of the dressing and the flavors, get kind of like to marry together, so it tastes much better, believe it or not. So we're going to use a little bit of salt. I'm just going to grind it in there. Going to mix this. Make sure we get that honey distributed throughout, and that honey is going to also help to stick to the veggies better. So that's basically it. We got a nice Asian flavor type of dressing. Fresh ginger will go in here great if you grated it or cut it really fine. It would also go really nicely with this salad. So now we're going to set this aside and bring in a big bowl to start mixing all of our ingredients. Alright guys, so now basically what we're going to do is we're going to take in our salad bowl, throw in all of that beautiful, finely broken down broccoli, the red onions, right? We're going to throw in our carrots, cilantro, the string beans. After we cooled them off, what I did was I ran them through cold water so they're not heating up our salad. Tomatoes, and final thing we're going to add is our dressing. What we're going to do with this is now we're going to go ahead and stir everything together so it gets coated with a nice dressing. This will actually become better as it sits in the refrigerator. It gets nice and cool, and that dressing seeps throughout all of the veggies. It brings them together, softens up that broccoli naturally. The acidity from the lime will break down the broccoli and make it softer and more flavorful. And it will be absolutely delicious. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and give it a little taste, see if it needs salt, if it needs anything, and then I'll add it and refrigerate it for a little bit and bring it back out, plate, and taste. So, let's see what we got. Really good. Add a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of sour, a little bit of heat, and add a little bit more salt just to kind of help with the breakdown process. Salt will draw some of the water from the veggies and help to break them down a little bit further and make this even more delicious. Get some more of that flavor out. I'll bring the flavor out in the vegetables and the dressing. So this is what we got right now. And throw this in the refrigerator. Come right back in about 30 to 45 minutes and let that salt do its thing and bring the flavors out, and then we'll serve it and give it a taste. Alright guys, so I let it in for about 35 minutes to 40 minutes in the refrigerator. for all that nice dressing to absorb into the veggies and marinate them nicely. You can see it looks amazing, a lot of color, a lot of variety of vegetables, totally delicious and flavorful. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell so every time we upload you get notices of new videos for healthy recipes. And I'll see you guys really soon on the next one. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and taste this beautiful salad. Let you guys know how it tastes. Wow. The cilantro with a little bit of sweetness from the honey, the saltiness from the soy sauce and the flavor, the garlic. Wow. This tastes so delicious. Wow. The veggies are nice and soft now. We allowed that dressing to get into it. Flavor's amazing. It's got a little bit of heat from that sesame oil. Really a delicious, flavorful, and super healthy way to get your veggies in.